Name a city with overhyped food. Lord, you biting your lips on that one. You said that like you were about to break hearts.
They might come for me. They might come for me.
All right, well, all of our answers are locked in here. So, Arde, talk to me here.
I gotta say, honestly, and this is probably blasphemy because I am from California, but it's gotta be Los Angeles. I feel like Los Angeles has some of the most overhyped food, has the most unnecessary, like 3-hour lines that those TikTokers are always posting about for some cold ass ramen or some basic ass sandwiches.
Ash is, your mouth is agape. I am so sorry. You are shooketh. Let's see what Law's got cooking up over here because they look like they about to break hearts with this.
Please don't come for me. I think New York City has overhyped food. I think everyone's trying to make a deconstructed version of everything. You're gonna get a burger served by a chef with 2 black leather gloves on, and it's gonna be $37 with lighting fixtures hanging out the ceiling.
I'm sorry, producer Kai, could we just kick him out the game? Please, could we just kick him out the game? That's crazy. Well, although I'm pissed about that answer, and I think a lot of people are too, we're gonna have to see what our panelists has to say, see if there are any matches there that I am not happy about. All right, come on, Ash, calm me down, please.
It's Dallas. I'm sorry. Your barbecue is not good. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all said this place, that place. I tried all the places. They were nasty. I'm gonna go to Houston and mind my business, my black business at that. Let me just talk real quick. LA has some good food. Okay, I'm in NorCal, but LA got some good food. You just gotta go to the right places. It is expensive, but it's worth it. We got Roscoe's.
That's the first one that you said was Roscoe's. That's the first. You really, you perpetuated stereotypes.
I don't got Roscoe's in NorCal.
Well, unfortunately, Dallas isn't a match here with our 2 major cities with overhyped quotations food, but good answer, and I tend to agree with you. We're gonna have to go to our next panelist to see what they have cooking. All right,
there's only one city that could mess up pizza, and that city be New York City.
Let's go there!
Damn.
I'm sorry, mess up pizza? You're talking about the city that invented pizza?
Literally the city that invented pizza. I'm sorry. Are you in Rome, Italy right now?
That's a different type of pizza. That is not pizza. We're talking about the legendary za. I'm flabbergasted today. This is insane. It's a match. I'm not happy about it. I don't want to hear anymore. Chaos, please.
Look.
I have such an attitude right now, but I'm not gonna let the New York come out just yet because we're not gonna do that. But I actually said Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now, if you want to talk about spending $37 for a shake, that's what we're doing in Vegas.
Okay, talk to me. What is a city with overhyped food?
I'm gonna catch hands from a lot of people in my community, but Chicago. You want to talk about a city that ruined pizza? Chicago. What the hell am I eating? I'm eating soup.
I didn't ask for lasagna. Tell them again.
I didn't order that. I ordered a pizza.
Thank you. I'm loving this answer, and the disrespect on New York is insane. So I'm glad, Mickey, you're with me on that one. But unfortunately, not a match with our contestants who weren't able to get them some points up there on this question. Without further ado, it's time for y'all to think in sync. Run that timer. Sweet or sour? Airbnb or hotel? Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj? Online or offline?
Ooh.
Sonic or Mario? Juneteenth or 4th of July? Fame or fortune?
That's a weird question.
Flowers or butterfly?
Look.
Guitar or piano? Remote or...
No!
Wow.
Wow.
Did they go 3-0 and then miss everything after that? Wow.
Every single one after that.
We were doing so good. I don't know where things went wrong.
I think we all know. I think we do know.
Yeah, we do.
The elephant in the room is the question that was 4th of July or Juneteenth is where it all went downhill.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. We should probably just end the show right now, right? It was just roll credits.
Oh, you gotta talk to me. What happened here? It felt like y'all
Nope,
were.
he's gone.
Is Mike shadow room? Shadow room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sean said.
Who is the freak monster POS mad person jerk who's gonna put Juneteenth against 4th of July when you've got this panel?
I mean, I'll be honest. That's kind of a layup right there, Sean.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Lock in and see if y'all can think in sync, okay? Blank Smith.
What?
No eyeballing. And black people, I swear to God, if you start moving your eyebrows, I'm gonna kill the feed. All right? Blank Smith.
I mean,
Hey, all answers are in here. Let's see. I'm really excited to see these responses.
I'm
here.
nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I am too.
All right, Matt.
Right,
No.
so I watched.
Okay.
I watched Hancock like 2 weeks ago. So it's Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
answer.
it's I felt it was good.
It was good. It was good. You
could
went
go
with your
on
gut.
Yeah, I could go with
last name
Stan
happens
Smith,
to be Smith.
Agent Smith,
Okay.
John Smith. There's a lot of Smiths.
There's a
There
lot of
are.
Smiths.
A lot
The
of
Will is the one you put. And honestly, I'm really proud of you, man. It was unexpected, really, out of all of
I know, it was a
all of
weird
the
one,
Will.
right?
You know, you
You
10
know?
out of 10.
Thank you. I know
Okay.
that was probably like the least likely one to be put.
Yeah,
but-
for sure.
100%.
Geechee, talk to me. Blank Smith.
So first of all, let me just say Will Smith is a fantastic answer. I have adopted him as my fake dad. So thank you for the family shout out.
Okay.
But my brain immediately went to Pocahontas and I put John Smith as my answer. Also, that's like a default, you have like Jane
But
Doe,
Daddy,
John
I
Doe,
love
John
him.
Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I went with John Smith. Because
John
the
That's
first thing
not a
that
bad one
came to
either.
mind.
I have a
had that
question.
thought too.
Say it.
1 second, everybody. Can I go full cam for a second?
Yeah.
I just want to talk to chat for a second. I just feel as if the contestants might have switched their answers.
Right.
It just is
Like,
giving. It's
It
giving
went like this.
inversion. It's giving. I would have thought Matt for that and Geechee, but it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
All right, panelists,
Whoa.
talk to me.
Kai, we
So-
can hear
Messed
you.
up.
We can hear you, dude.
Messed up because you'd think I would go with John Smith.
All right, Christine.
Smith, I
Let me
did.
hear ya. Blank Smith.
So,
Christine.
give me a second. Give me a second. I will say my answer is Will Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the right
Yeah.
answer. He was the
I
genius.
went Will. I went
Will.
Will.
It's a go-to.
I was like,
it makes sense.
Immediately ran through the database of the family. If it wasn't going to be Will, it was going to be one of the rest of them. So,
Beautiful answer. That is a point for Matt. Okay, Plat A. Where we at, Platty? Blank
Will 2K
Smith.
is still one of the best songs ever. So Will Smith, Will 2K.
What?
Will 2K.
Whoa, Will 2K is crazy. Can I get some Will 2K in chat
Nice.
for a point for
okay.
Matt?
And Matt was dancing there too. Okay. Okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Okay, Asia. Blank Smith. What we got?
I just want to say that when you grow up a certain way,
Okay.
you have some experiences that you share with other people. And one of those is saying John Smith.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because we're the
Wow.
singers of the group, actually. So, you think you own whatever land you land on. And that's
The
and that's
earth
where-
is
where-
just a dead thing you can claim.
Okay,
Right. Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Wow, a point for
Wow.
Geechee.
That's
Let's
pretty
go.
good.
Wow. All right. Okay, here we go.
We're still
Last
in
but
it. We're still in
certainly not least, because we want to see what these points are going to look like as we get into our fast money baby round. So, Majin,
Okay.
Blank Smith.
So like when I saw the initial question, I started thinking about Jackie Chan for some reason. So I was trying to find like this again.
I
Asian
don't.
Smith. Never mind. Don't worry about what I'm thinking. I said Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
There it is. Another point.
You got there.
Wow.
Nice, dude.
I swear I thought he was going to put Jaden. I swear I thought he was going to put Jaden.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Same Brain, the only game show where it pays to have the same answers. I know, I wish I had that in grade school. I'm your host, Black Crystal, and I'm so excited today because the cast we have for you is going to be phenomenal. These hot takes are going to kill it, and I can't wait to see them. So let's actually see who our panelists are going to be. And when I tell you we are stacked coming all the way from the cyberverse, they're giving that ghost in the shell. That's right. We have Sayuri in the building, looking fabulous and ready to give us those hot takes. But of course, our panelists keep going. We have Callie, who is the only person that can make a cow suit look good other than Doja Cat. We love to see it. Now, our panelists stay stacked. We have Raquel here, who's bringing in those hot takes as well of the hot voices I've heard. Maybe we'll hear a little song later. Maybe not. It's not that kind of show. I'm just kidding. But I know they have those great answers. I can't wait to see what they're going to put in. Of course, to round out our panelist group, we have purple people in the building. The only person to make purple look good like that, the way you eat, girl. We love to see it. I love the fact that we have this panelist act. When I tell you, when we were crafting this episode, we were so excited to see what we're going to get in store. So we have our panelists. Let's see our contestants. First up is someone who's a fan of the show and of myself. That is right, none other than DDS in the building. So excited to finally have them here in full force as a contestant on Same Brain. They've been hanging out in the audience, but let's see how they do in the hot seat. Now, this one might be the only one that is a kind of good midnight snack, if you will, quality boyfriend material. That's right. Andrew is in the building, and you already know that he comes with a humor, but can he handle a game show? I got to talk to them. So let's bring the contestants into my little corner, if you will, and let's say hello. Now, Andrew, we have rapport together, so I'm going to head over to DDS first and ask DDS, how does it feel to be in the show? Someone who supported the show from the ground up. You're going to be in the hot seat. Are you nervous? Or are you ready to take this?
Yes. The answer is yes to both. I'm nervous and I'm ready. I am ready to win at losing. That's what I'm there. I'm ready.
That
I'm
doesn't
ready.
sound like you're setting yourself up for success. Come on now. You know how the game is played. You kind of have a leg up, all right? So shake off the nerves. Get it out.
Kind
You
of.
got it. We'll have time.
Yes.
That first question is always a warm-up, DDS, all right? So I'm excited to see you here.
Yes.
But now we got to go over to Andrew, the fresh blood here. I know you do a lot of podcasts, a little painting or whatever, you feel me? But this is a game show, Andrew. How versed in game shows are you? Is this a normal thing or is this new for you?
It's very new for me. This is, normally I'm just giving advice on relationships, but this is going to really test my ability to remember facts and details, which I'm garbage at. So this is going to be very, very stressful, but in a fun way.
Listen, I know you are an old head like myself. I can't believe I'm saying that or grouping myself in with you. Ugh, oh my gosh. But I know you know a lot of game shows. So listen, DDS, you better come correct because I know Andrew won't play to win, even if he doesn't know how to win, okay? So we'll shake that off and we'll get into it now that you've seen our cast. Let's do that little bit of housekeeping and get into the game, all right? So we've got to give love to our Patreon subscribers, right? Big ups to y'all. You're the only reason we can do this. You make this show possible. So please, if you want to directly support us, right? A Black woman-owned business stream, original game show. We have a game. It has been made. It is real. That is how you can support us. We have the links there in chat. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we cannot wait to tell you more things. That's right. We do actually have a kind of big announcement. If you aren't following us on socials, then this might be the first time you're hearing it coming for you later in the show. So stick around to hear what we're going to be doing when it comes to Same Brain Live. All right, but enough of me yapping now. I'm ready to get into the game. I've talked too much. Let's head into the hot seat and see what we got going on, y'all. All right, okay, all right, we're here. It's the hot seat. My face is big. We're popping. The crew is here. All the formalities are done. Now it's time for the hot seat, right? We're going to give you these questions. They may be fill in the blank. Kind of no short answers. Don't worry. It's not the SAT. You're fine. But it's going to be thought-provoking questions that we want to hear your opinions. Is it right or wrong answer? That'll be up for us to decide as we see them revealed here, okay? Now that first question is a little bit of warm-up, so don't worry, we got you. We're holding it down. But I think without further ado, let's get into our first question in the hot seat. What's a task adults still ask their mothers for help with? I know it's a very big one. It's a broad question. Got to think about the mamas. If you still have one, RIP, Mama BK. But please, there are a lot of tests that we cannot do. Now, what is one that you'd still call up your parents or your mother and ask for help with specifically, y'all? I see everyone's pensive face coming up on this first question. It's fine. It happens as always, but I know y'all going to come through. Andrew, you said I'm done. It's in God's hands. That's what I saw there.
Let go and let God. We just,
Yeah.
first thought, best thought. We just put it down there,
Okay, I love it. Like I said, go with your gut, dog. That's good. That's how you do it. It's the name of the game.
I feel like my answer may be too adultish. That's where I'm leaning. Hopefully, that's same brain with somebody here. I don't know. I don't know if it will.
I know.
curious.
See, a lot of y'all are kind of just meeting here for the first time. This is what I love about Same Brain, is bringing us all together. So I hear that our game master says all of our answers are locked in. Let's take a look at what both of our contestants put for this answer. As a task, they still ask their moms for help for. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. See, DDS, I see what you mean by adult financial advice. It makes sense. Fair, but,
Yeah.
Andrew, you calling up your moms for laundry? What's going on here? Talk to me. I need you to explain that answer for a second.
As she lives back in Texas and I live here in California, I like to do a by mail wash and fold service where I send my stuff by mail 2,000 miles back to Texas, and then in a couple weeks I get it back. And I have a nice rotation going. This is.
I love it. No, I see what you're saying. Listen, sometimes mom's got the strats. I don't know how to fold a fitted sheet. Do you? That's when you call mom. So I get it. You're probably using way too much detergent in your load. No pause. And so I understand that you're going to consult your parents. It makes sense. But I don't know if that's going to match with our panelists here, given the faces I am seeing. So let's head on over to Siri and see what they put in for this question. Talk to me, baby girl. What do you have for us? What's a task you're going to call moms for?
I'm definitely going to be calling for bills and stuff. My mom is no longer here, but I would have called her for some bill help, because every adult kind of needs some bill help once in their life.
Absolutely. We are in the former moms club here, so I pour one out. My heart goes out to you, but that's the hardest one. Is that's who you call. She ain't gonna judge you. She ain't gonna judge you. So great answer, and I'm hearing from our game master. Bills and financial advice is pretty in sync. We're giving a point on the board there for TDS. They're off top.
I was so nervous. Thank you.
So nervous, but look at that. This first question, first panelist, no hesitation. Go with your gut. All right.
Yes.
1 point on the board, 3 panelists left. Let's head on over to Callie and see what they got for us. All right. So, Callie, what you got for us? What you put down for a task you calling moms for?
Well, like, how are you gonna eat? Like, laundry is cool and all. You could just buy new clothes, but like the food, no one cooks like your mama.
Yeah.
You can't eat clean clothes, so I put cooking.
I hear you cooking. You got to call up moms. Like, I don't know how long I put the baked potato in the oven for. You feel me? I don't know what season. What's the ratio? You know, they don't write that stuff down. So great answer. Not laundry.
Yeah.
But I see you trying to sing with Andrew there. Y'all kind of close. Household chores. Maybe y'all can fine tune it for the next question. But unfortunately, no points for cooking and laundry. So we're going to have to head over to Raquel. I see your face too. I'm so curious what you have for us. So talk to us. What did you put for your answers? A task you'd ask your moms for help for?
You know, I looked at the both of them. I said, I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, and I know y'all could do y'all's own laundry. I was going to put laundry, but I was like, ain't no way. And I was like, you know what? Like, cooking's kind of a step up. Like, I feel like that's a basic that you definitely need to have. So I'm like, maybe they don't know how to cook. You know, these are gamers we're talking about. So I wrote cooking.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Very good
That's
answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
I feel like Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer.
It's very good.
Not our panelists thinking in sync this quickly, though, but this is a good sign. Our gears are turning. We're locking in here. Very close, but unfortunately, no points for matching with panelists. But and so no points on the board for this one, though. But I love where y'all's head at. This is it. Y'all are getting it. So we're going to head on over to Perp. If you'll film me, Purple, talk to me. What did you have for a task you asked your mom for? What you got for us?
Okay, so I thought a little bit for this one, okay? Because I felt like I was trying to think of what people really ask for real. Because I feel like I ask my mom very specific questions when I'm calling her to ask something. But for this, I figure a lot of adults don't go to the doctors like they should. So I was like calling to, schedule a doctor's appointment. Like, what do I do? Who do I need to call? What kind of doctor do I need for this? Like, that's why I did a doctor's appointment.
Right.
That's honestly the best answer. Yeah,
that is the best
all
answer.
moms are honorary medical doctors. We all know this. This is true.
No, 110%, Andrew, you're on it. Say, I see though, you have a couple panelists you can fine tune with your in that question there. Really close, and I love the mom's doctor answer. Listen, they always know, they drink that ginger ale. You need to take a shower. Stuff the doctor ain't gonna tell you. But unfortunately, not a match, so no points for that. But DDS coming in hot on this first question with a point there, matching with a Yuri unexpected duo. Let's see if they can keep it up into the second question, y'all. Y'all ready? Let's get into that next question.
Totally ready.
Name a musical artist who could make a hit in any genre.
This is so tough because there's so many.
Okay.
I know. So
Got
you
it.
gotta talk it out loud there. I see the trepidation. Y'all looking to the ceilings for answers here. Like,
I'm so sorry for my spelling.
I'm really thinking on this one because this could go so many ways, but I have to same brain with somebody, and I feel like I should same brain with somebody because all of y'all have purple in y'all screen, so I should same brain with somebody on this answer. You know what? I'm just gonna put it and hit send. I'm here for it. I'm locked in. Hopefully.
okay, I'm looking and I'm excited. I'm seeing everyone nervous here. All answers are in. So even though y'all took a minute to get it, it seems like y'all had a ballpark, if you will. So let's go and see what our contestants put here. I'm going to need y'all to explain, okay? So what do y'all put for musical artists that could make any genre a hit? Okay, I am fascinated at these answers. I'm truly fascinated. DDS, how in the hell you gonna put, am I looking at Chris Breezy?
Yes, you are looking at Chris Breezy because look, Chris Brown is an entertainer. Okay, he has made R&B song #1. He has made pop song #1. He has made rap song #1. Because everybody knows the Chris Breezy song with Busta Rhymes be like Breezy. So he can make a song in any category and kill it. Look, I don't know the Busta Rhymes words. All I know is say Breezy. Let me show you how to do that. This one right, huh? Yeah, that's all I know. But yeah, so I went. That was the first person that came to mind, and I was like, who could do anything? And I was like, had to add the entertainment aspect. And I'm mad because I just thought of somebody else, and I'm so angry with myself because she's literally on tour right now.
We won't count it for points.
Beyonce. How did I not think of Beyonce?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Say what you got to say, though. Yeah, because like you already are saying, yeah, maybe you might have not thought outside the box. But I like your pick. So talk to us here. Where's your head at? How you feeling on that?
Okay, so I feel like there's like the Mount Crushmore of artists that could do this. The people that in my mind sort of transcend just like art as just one genre type thing. David Bowie was my choice. He worked with Trent Reznor. I feel like he was that type of musician that could do. You could task him with anything and he'd come back. Also, the second one that I almost put, Prince. I think Prince could probably do any genre. Yes. And I have to agree with Dee Dee. I think Beyonce too. Probably you just like give me a weekend and she'd come back with a #1. Not only that, a #1 in that category, frankly. So yeah, I put David Bowie. It was the first thought, best thought, just because he has done some before he tragically passed away. Did do some really cool genre challenging stuff. So that was my answer. That was my thought behind David Bowie. The Thin White Duke.
Solid pick. I see a lot of everyone's kind of agreeing, but no one's really all in, and I'm not seeing excitement on these answers, so I'm a little nervous if our brains are not thinking and sinking. Look at y'all say, that's not what I put. Respectfully, I don't even know if y'all know David Bowie, and I mean that earnestly. But you do know, and that's why I like them. And if you do know them, that is a great answer, but might be a little too in the tuck for this panelist crew here. So
yeah, that was.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait and see what our panelists have. So we're gonna head over to Sayuri and see what she has for us, okay? What did you put for a musical artist that could make a hit in any genre?
So the answer I pretty much gave was Rihanna because for the longest, I feel like she was just pushing out different genres just back to back to back to back.
Absolutely. You're so right. I saw everyone go, yup. Like they almost angry they didn't think of Rihanna. That's Riri. Y'all forget
Yeah, that was like my first thought. I was like,
Yeah.
she was that girl. She did that.
Absolutely.
This is one of those moments where you're like, if I had a mulligan, I would go change my answer. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh man, but unfortunately, Riri ain't no Chris Breezy, and now I'm feeling some type of way. But it's fine, and it definitely ain't no David Bowie. So no points on the board. But I'm seeing Chad agree and disagree, kind of in disarray. I'm not gonna hold you. I think everyone's a little upset that certain answers aren't being chosen here. So let's see if any of our panelists are at least thinking in sync with our chat, or maybe we can get some points on the board here with Callie. So we're gonna head over to Callie, see what they've got for a musical artist who could make a hit in any genre. What do you got for us?
The thing is, these new people don't know. Like Chris Breezy, all these people, Rihanna, there are so many people that paved the way. These people, the person I chose walked so that these young people could know. It hurts my heart. As an old soul, I chose Prince.
Yes,
it hurts my heart.
it is.
Because you
That's
can't have
the
Breezy, you
answer.
can't have
Great
Riri,
answer.
you
That's a
can't have
great
all
answer.
these. If it's the answer, why didn't you choose it?
I know.
Andrew!
It was first thought, best thought, and then immediately I hit enter and I went, it's Prince. It's Prince. It's Prince. It was.
Oh, it hurts my heart. It hurts
I
my
know.
whole heart.
I'm so
It really
sorry
does.
because I'm with you. I'm with you right there.
So close. I see you even whip out the purple glasses too. Get a little Prince Breezy. You feel me? Oh my goodness.
It's
It's kind of match, but you might need to go with your gut more, Andrew, because that could have been an easy point for you. Almost 2 questions locked in with Callie. I'm starting to see the wavelengths forming, but
I'm gonna need y'all to break that. Break that. Break that.
Nah, you chose Breezy. That's too young. Get out the Kool-Aid.
I just got called old and now it's too young.
You're
Okay.
right. You're so right. It's a little too young for that versatile, but it's fine. You know, I can't. I was gonna try to say something nice. I can't. It's fine. We're going to the next panelist. Raquel, talk to me. I know you got musical repertoire in your pocket, so I'm curious. Who do you have for a musical artist that can make a hit in any genre? What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, why don't we think current? It's crazy because I almost said Prince, you know, which is crazy. But I was like, okay, who's current? Who's done everything? Who's done like trap and pop and R&B? I had to go with my boy, my Filipino brother, Bruno Mars.
Absolutely.
That is a great answer.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah, yeah. I like.
He hasn't missed. I don't know. I mean,
Bruno's one of the goats. You're right.
Yeah,
Bruno be sitting there talking about leave the door open. He got Supersonic, and then of course 24 Karat Magic.
That's
And
right.
he be
That's
rapping.
right.
GG's great.
Oh,
answer. Great answer.
the best song the Police didn't write, Locked Out of Heaven. Come on, amazing.
Yeah. Oh, he's done K-pop too. Chat says. I'm like, oh, that's right.
Now, versatile as hell. Again, DD, somehow you thought of Chris Breezy instead of any of these legends. I'm like,
Okay,
you're not even
first of all.
standing on your answer here. You regretting it?
No, I'm still standing on my answer. Chris Breezy can still make a #1 hit in any genre. I'm still standing on that. Okay, but these are also great. That's why I said it. We remember before I answered, I was like, "Yo, this is a tough answer because there's so many people." And thankfully, we have a diverse cast that is reminding me of all the other people that I kind of forgot about. So I appreciate y'all.
Okay. I like the diplomatic answer. It's fine. I'm still waiting for that Chris Breezy Screamo album to come out. We're going to hold on that one. We're going to head on over to Perp, though, and see what you got for us for a musical artist who could make a hit in any genre. What did you put down?
Yeah, I had to represent for the women, you know. Had to give my girl Beyonce her flowers. She did country, she did pop, she's been in rap, she's been everywhere. I was close to putting Rihanna though, but I was like, yeah, Beyonce. I also thought potentially because Cowboy Carter tour right now, I thought that might be on the top of the heads. So yeah, that's why I put Beyonce.
Smart, good answer. Did you regret putting Chris Breezy yet? Because your alternative answer, you said, why didn't I put Beyonce? What's going on?
See, what had happened was, and that's what had happened. I don't know why Chris Brown was the first thing that popped in my mind, and I think it's because I listened to "Look at Me Now" like every other week because of Busta Rhymes' verse, and I still don't know the words because he raps too fast, but. It's the fact I don't know why Chris Brown, and it's funny because I literally just watched my homie post on Twitter that they left the Beyonce concert, and I was like, "Yo, I wish I could go, but I ain't got the money because of DreamCon." But still, I should have put Beyonce, but it's cool because I still went down the hill that Chris Brown would have did in any genre too. So I'm cool. I'm okay with my answer despite me getting no points.
Okay,
Still
all
in the
right.
lead. Still in the lead.
I love that. We love the commitment here in Same Brain. We love backing your answer, even if it is slightly problematic, though. And I will give
That's why I didn't want to put it.
Yeah.
It's a little problematic, but we'll give it to you though. Within his genre, he does have a lot of range within the genre that he's in. Like very versatile within hip hop and rap. But I don't know if Chris Brown could hit that country album like a Beyonce. I'm just saying, let alone David Bowie. So y'all know, Chad knows who I'm siding with here. No tea, no shade. But unfortunately, no points on the board for this musical question, but a lot for me to think about as I go on Spotify later tonight. So we are warming up here, but we're gonna have to get into our third question. And now our third question is a good one because that is our bonus points question here. So I forgot to tell you this before we went in. Let's get into what bonus points are, okay? So here we go. Bonus points is super awesome. A very special feature we offer only to our Patreon subscribers. We survey our Patreon subscribers the question in advance, and we get their answers. Now, if our contestants can also get a match with our Patreon subscribers, they will get an additional points for those matches. So this is a big one. This is a good way to level out the playing field, come back, or make a really large lead here. So you're not only matching with our panelists, but also our members as well. All right. Now, let's get into it. Let's see that next question. Name an iconic vampire.
Let me enter quick.
I love it. I love everyone's serious. It looked like there was no hesitation from anyone. Did y'all all remember a vampire immediately?
Yes, immediately, very immediately. And I wish I almost wanted to put a newer vampire for those of you that are on the culture and know what movie I'm talking about, but I didn't do it. I was very close.
Producer rejected my answer.
Oh. Unfortunately, you must have been either too slow to put in that answer with your fellow contestants. We do not allow same answers for our contestants, so you must have to think of an alternative answer. They're too slow on the draw to get in that spicy pick. Gotta make you think a little harder. Gotta keep you on toes to keep the competition alive there. That is, in fact, a new feature we've been able to program and work with our developers. Shout out to Gruff to make that in our game. So take a second there. Think of a second one, a backup. Could be better than the one you had. 50-50.
All right. We're back.
I'm so glad that I did not read this question in advance as the Patreon member because I wanted it to be a surprise. So I'm very proud of myself for beating Andrew to the draw on this one. Very proud of myself.
I'm loving this confidence here. And with that, our answers are in, and we love competitive integrity. So let's see what our contestants put for an iconic vampire. Ooh, wee. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have DDS with Dracula and had to do that quick pivot. I like that. Nosferatu. Very, very iconic. Andrew, DDS, these two,
Nice.
I really don't think there's much of an explanation. Top 3 in my opinion. Truly.
Yes.
I'm more interested to see if y'all thought in sync with our panelists. So we're going to head on over to Sayuri and see what she put in for us. What did you put for an iconic vampire? Fingers crossed, y'all.
I was so close to putting Edward Cullen, but I was like, nah. Let me put Blade. Blade will be good. Yeah, let's go with Blade. So I put Blade.
We love like Blade.
So great.
Marvel hero. I love that
that's-
answer. So good, but not
I
a
do
Dracula. But I like it. Are you a big fan into vampire stuff, or because you said Edward Cullen as well came to mind?
I love vampire stuff so much. I haven't seen the most recent Sinners movie, and I've been wanting to see it.
Oh no, 10 out of 10. We stand Sinners here. So if you haven't seen it there, hashtag not sponsored. Go watch Sinners. Do it. We need more black created films. Go now. For real.
10
though,
out
it's
of 10.
amazing.
10 out of 10.
Absolutely. But unfortunately, Blade ain't no Dracula, though I think he'd win in the fight. And definitely not Nosferatu. So no points on that one, but solid answer. We're going to head over to Callie, see if we can get a match here. Still some panelists in the pool. Callie, what did you put for an iconic vampire?
So I feel like people confuse iconic with old. Yes, Nosferatu has been there. Old. Dracula has been there. Old. When I think of iconic, I think of bad Mama Jamma. So I think that we should create our own team because I also put Blade. We cannot trust these men. Let this down one more time. Gotta rest my case.
Okay, not our panelists thinking in sync out here. 2 blades for the panelists, no matches for contestants. What is going on with this question? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry, because it's like we said, this is a bonus question. So if we don't make out on posts with panelists, still have our community to match with, okay? So great answers. I know we are loving the Blade representation here. Let's head on over, though, to see what Raquel has for us as an iconic vampire. What did you put down for your answer?
I couldn't give it away with my anime shirt, so I actually pivoted hard. I was like, who's iconic? So I thought Lestat. Anybody?
Oh yeah, from Interview with the Vampire. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a deep
Mm.
cut, though, but
Deep
very
cut,
iconic.
deep cut.
Deep cut. Deep cut.
Yeah. Tell
Yeah.
us, please.
Oh no, I just wanted to do a point of order that Blade is not in fact a full vampire. He's a daywalker. So actually,
But he's half.
Oh.
Half counts. I'm half black. It counts. It counts. 1%. It counts. You
Still a
ain't.
vampire.
You're not about to do this to us. You're not
I'm
about to do this to us.
gonna actually Blade as not being a vampire.
Team Blade's pretty. That's pretty base. That's pretty base.
Yeah.
I am crying.
Yeah,
right now. Now, I will say technicality. I'm loving this. If this were a zombie question, I'd be right there with you, though it is under the umbrella of vampire, of course. So unfortunately, we can't strike those from the record, Andrew. But
It's fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. Tell him I wasn't mad.
I don't know. You seem kind of upset. Like you were vying for some points to be added to the board there. I don't know.
And the chat goes wild.
So I literally am watching chat be like, ain't no way. Are you kidding me right now? Also, the amount of vampires that there are to choose from. I thought there were only 3 answers, but everyone is proving me wrong.
Yeah.
The debate is in, and we are going, so we're going to keep it popping here, though. So, unfortunately, Raquel, no match, no point. The contestants don't seem to be on that deep cut, but they knew it, so that's something, okay? Not too far left field. We were all here for it. But unfortunately, no points on the board. So, we're going to head on over to Purple. Last panelist here, see if we can get a match, right? Purple, talk to us. What did you put for an iconic vampire?
Yeah, so I'm not a vampire person. That's not my vibe. So I thought the first one I thought of was Dracula. So there we go.
Oh,
Again!
Goodness. That is, in fact, a point for DDS. How you
Let's
feeling?
go.
Talk to us.
I'm feeling like Bucky again. Sorry. Bucky hunts my nightmares from Marvel Rivals. It's just always saying again. And it's always me. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the game. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get the shooter trauma, the gamer trauma here coming in.
Tears.
But I am loving the match there. That is a Dracula in the building. Another point going to DDS. Holy moly. I can't believe it. I honestly, Andrew, I'm not gonna lie, I thought one Nosferatu. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised.
Listen. I was hoping. I mean, like literally, it's like Dracula. I like the second on the call sheet. We got Nosferatu in my mind, but you know that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, don't put out your luck yet. Here, this is in fact, remember, a bonus points question. So let's see what our community said about their iconic vampire. What was the top answer from our Patreon subscribers?
Oh, wow.
Dracula.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Double.
With Dracula, we're going to get more points. DDS Game Master's going to tell us how many are going to be for that there. Give us that math as they
50.
add it there. Boom, baby, boom. 2 right on the board for that match.
I'll take it.
Giving you an insane lead for this question. Still, more questions to come. Andrew, you are not out. And we still haven't even gotten to our rapid fire segment. And that's really where the game starts. So you're in it to win it there. But I am curious. We have a lot of answers across the board here. And I'm surprised Blade wasn't a match. Let's actually see what the poll was. Do we have any of those answers there from our community? I'd like to see what they were.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
let's start with even there from our
Wow.
community. Everett, they see you. Blade Ediford, they see you. Edward Cullen.
That's
So many
that's
vampires
crazy.
in here.
Let's go.
I love it. I love
Alucard
it.
from
Crazy.
Monster Squad.
Oh, listen, throw it back. That is a throwback. Okay.
Very, very throwback.
I love it. Well, that is some good points on the board here. We are killing it. It is awesome. Bonus points here. DDS, you in the lead. How you feeling, DDS? You cruising on this next one, or are you trying to keep that lead strong?
You know, I feel like I should keep the lead strong because I have seen the rapid fire round. I have seen people get a lot of points. So I'm not trying to lose any points to Andrew because I feel like Andrew is connecting a little too well to some contestants. So I have to figure out how to break and sever that connection. But I'm definitely trying to build this lead. If I can get like a 20-point lead, I feel a lot more comfortable. But I don't think a 20-point lead is going to happen, but I'm okay with it.
Andrew, DDS using strats on you. Can you believe it? Oh my God. And the game is cooking.
He's trying to put 20 points on my show. He's trying to hang 20 points around my neck. This is. I can't even imagine what that would look like at this point. But I am shocked. I am shocked Nosferatu was not on that anywhere in that poll. That blows my Count Von Count. A Muppet was on there before. A Muppet was on there before Nosferatu. My mind is completely blown.
Not the Muppet sending Andrew. I am so dead. I don't know, man. Maybe Nosferatu's aging you some. I ain't gonna say it. We love everybody, but I see what y'all saying. Okay, but that was our bonus first question. We still got more questions in this hot seat, so let's get into our next question, all right? Game's still on. Let's keep it popping. You should never talk about blank on a first date. I see we have a quick little technical issue there, so we're going to hold while our game master fixes us up here and have that while y'all get extra time to think. I will repeat the questions as I know it is so you guys can keep ideating because it is a hard one right here. We're trying to tap into our dating scene. I know some of y'all specialize in that, some of y'all not so much. I didn't mean to call you out like that. I'm sorry, Jed. No. But we want to know what is something you shouldn't say on a first date, all right? And this is a very specific one. So while everyone is thinking, don't cheat contestants here because we need y'all to get back in that game there. Make sure to take a look at your devices. We'll have that new code coming in and we'll have y'all join there. If we can actually pop up to me, I can plug our game that has been developed individually for us. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Gruff Studios who made this game for us so we could play Same Brain virtually and bring it to everyone to make it more accessible instead of being just in studios. So this is made by a single developer. So we got to have a little bit of generosity, a little bit of grace here when it comes to those tech issues here. So I'm very excited to give a big love and big ups because our Patreon subscribers are the only ones that keep us going and make us be able to have awesome things like that. And since we are having that quick little moment here of reset, we're going to actually hop into our community updates and I'm going to let y'all know what we've got here going on. So no worries as I run through those here because there's a few of them. I'm not going to lie. And I know I teased some at the top of the show here. So I did tease a couple updates, but let's get into it. Of course, we have our Patreon subscribers. I've been shouting y'all all a lot today because y'all make this show possible. So if you want to get on the action, if you want to get on those bonus points or actually affect the game, the only way to do it is to subscribe to our Patreon. All those details there are in chat. They're popping up. So please keep your eyes peeled and check that out. And that's how you can support us and keep the show going. But of course, that's not all we've got to say. We've got tons of things, right? Of course, we've got to plug our next show, which is in fact our season 2 finale. Can you believe it? I can't believe it's already here. So our season 2 finale is going to be Monday, May 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. So you're going to want to be here. We always do it up on the final show of the season. It's going to come hard. The question's going to be spicy, and we know the answers are going to be spicier. So mark your calendars, turn those notifications on, click that bell so you don't ever miss the next show, especially the finale. Now, I do have to talk about, right, the end of the season finale means we're heading on into the off season. I know, off season, no more Same Brain. Get that out of here. We got off-season content coming to you. Don't worry. It's going to be all up on our YouTube channel. So Twitch homies, you might have to head on over there. And if you're on YouTube already, what's up? We've got tons of off-season content coming from you. So many things to expect. So keep your eyes peeled. Be following us on socials so we can let y'all know what's rolling out. So we'll be keeping the party going even on the off-season here. Actually might be cooler. And of course, that special announcement I have to give to y'all. It's a big one as our contestants get right back in that game and get all geared up and we can get the party popping again. Still in that hot seat, we do have to announce a big deal, right? Same Brain Live is coming. That's right. And it's not just coming just for willy-nilly. It's in fact, Same Brain is going to be at DreamCon this year. That's right. Same Brain Live at DreamCon, live and in person with a fantastic array of cast, talent, influencers. You will not believe who we've got here in the mix. So please, if you are going to be at DreamCon, check that out. The details are there on our socials as well. Put it in your schedules because I know y'all con heads. You got a lot of panels you want to get to, a lot of things to do, and that short floor is very captivating. But you're not going to want to miss out on Same Brain right here. That panel is going to go crazy, and we are so honored and delighted to be able to bring this show to the Black convention of the nation. I'm not going to hold you. I don't want to say a world, but like, you know, I haven't traveled enough. So if you're not there, you're going to be square. So I can't wait to see y'all. But I think that is going to be it for our community updates. And it sounds like we are super close to getting back into the game and back into that action. So we're going to just hold for just another second. Thank y'all for hanging out with us and get into that dating question. All right. So thank y'all, community. We got tons of stuff cooking for you and we appreciate you. Right. None of this would be possible without y'all. Truly, it has been a whirlwind getting Same Brain up from the ground floor and to see what it's been come to be, not only approved for a panel at DreamCon, but to be able to have our own game developed and more, have all these people support us. I did not think we could pull the talent that we have been pulling, and it stays top tier. So we've got to give big ups to everyone who has supported us throughout our journey here and our crew, making Same Brain a fantastic and memorable, iconic experience. So as those last people head in back to that game, we've got that new code in there. We get everybody going. Sorry for a little bit of the technical hiccup, but once we get back into it, it's going to be hot because that question is going to be asking something that you shouldn't say on a first date. I know my answer, but I feel like if I say it, I'm gonna sway the vote, and I don't want to hear, you know, stop the count, restart the count. I'm good. I'm gonna keep it to myself. But me and chat, we looking at each other. We know the answer. We know the answer here. So as everybody heads on it there, we're going to get that popping here. But I appreciate y'all. Now, I've got to see, so I think you're the only person we're still waiting for. And then I'm going to call you out because I want to see y'all's answers here. So we do have that new code. If you could take a look and add that in, Very Jackspock X, we'll get y'all popping. We'll get that hot seat question going because we haven't even made it to the rapid fire. And that's my favorite part. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I didn't say that, Game Master. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But of course, I'm excited. Now, I'm going to actually head over to our contestants here because we have a crazy, crazy lead. And I've let DDS talk their smack for a while, but I want to see where Andrew's head is at here. So I'm going to head on over to Andrew and ask you for a question here. Out of all of our panelists, who have you been like linking up with recently? Who do you think has been close to being in sync with you?
Well, that's a fantastic question because I have once again just been tipping my hand at my old age throughout this game and giving very anachronistic answers. So I really appreciate Callie, coming correct with Prince, the old soul. That answer that should have been my answer. That should have been my point on the board. And I felt like me and Callie were simpatico in that. I actually dropped the ball on that because Prince was the right answer and not David Bowie. So I feel like Callie and I are seeing eye to eye in that regard. So
Callie, how you feeling? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think you can lock it in? Or are you just vibing? Because
I'm never gonna disagree with the man saying that the woman was right. You'll never see me doing that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I got to head over to DDS. Talk to me here because you've been across the board with your answers here and in sync with our community. I guess it makes sense. You are an avid member of our community here. How are you feeling? Who are you eyeing on trying to lock in for that rapid fire? Is anyone that's standing out to you? Or are you still playing the field, if you will?
You know, this is a very, very tough decision because I am wearing purple and purple people is wearing purple. You know, my wife's name is Callie, and then we have Callie Storm in here. And then I think I've matched with like every panelist. So I really don't have an idea of who I'm leaning closer to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very, very curious as to where I'm going to go. But I think, you know, once it comes to rapid fire, I'm going to be okay. You know, I'm a little nervous because I feel like Andrew is going to lock in a little too bad on that one, and it's scaring me a little bit. So I have to figure out how to beat Andrew when it comes to picking my partner. So yeah.
I'm loving these strats here. DDS says, I'm pulling out the strats. I don't care that I'm in the lead. Well, now that we've had a chance to talk to our contestants, I actually really liked hearing where y'all's head at, especially given the score. But it sounds like our tech has been ironed out. Shout outs to our game master and contestants and panelists for holding down the fort with us and getting back into that game. And we can get to our question. So let's remind everybody what that question was. You should never talk about blank on the first date.
This is a tough one.
I got mine. I
so proud of you.
got mine locked in. I turned my hat backwards. I'm ready to go over the top.
Oh no, not the hat backward, not backward hat Andrew coming in the building. Okay, now I'm nervous. I'm just gonna go with this. I don't know if this is right. Sure, whatever.
a real Hail Mary half court shot. Just
no, because for real, like when I was dating, I talked about everything. So I'm like, what do you not talk about? Maybe that's why I was single for decades. But anyway, that's another topic for another day.
Well, you know, that's where the question kind of like got me, because I was like, you know, I'm pretty open book. I talk about a lot of stuff, but the first date, it's first date. You got to like slow play that stuff. You can't come out with like some things just right off the bat. That's a real way to throw a bucket of ice water on the whole situation. So yeah, eventually you get down the road, you open up about things, you're a little bit more, you know, revealing, forthcoming, you become more vulnerable. But first date stuff, I feel like there's a way to not do things.
Well, I think I might have to listen to someone who has a podcast about boyfriend material with this one, but I'm not in the game and I'm not matching my answers. So let's see what our contestants put for this. All right, you should never talk about blank on the first date. What do we got? Ooh, very different answers. DDS, talk to me here. You're saying finances?
So
like, you talking bank accounts?
Yes, because I'm like, the first date is here's my thinking, because on the first date you're not gonna be like, hey, you know, I'm broke as hell, baby. You're not gonna do that on the first date. You're gonna try to set that impression and act like you got a little money, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking most people don't talk about finances. I mean, maybe they should talk about it on the first date, but they don't. And so they kind of wait till like maybe the 4th, 5th, 6th date to really get into like the financial part of it. So that's kind of where my mind was going. I don't know if that's right. I hope I match with somebody, but we'll see. Because Andrew has a very good answer, and now I'm nervous.
Ooh, you are nervous, Andrew. How are we feeling here? First date, you're saying let's not talk about past relationships. Is it really that taboo?
I mean, I think if you're meeting someone on a first date and you're talking about things that didn't work, and more often than not, you're probably coming with, and I've myself personally been on some disastrous first dates where people essentially use that as a trauma dumping ground, which is like, hey, you get into a relationship, you want to share that stuff, first date, stop the clock. It's over. So yeah, first date material, do not talk about past relationships. That's that's bad medicine, bad business as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, all right. Listen, I don't
I'm
know.
with Andrew on
I'm
that. I'm
someone
with
who's
Andrew
like,
on
come
that.
out the gate with that. Air the dirty laundry, get it out the way. But I'm not going on dates, so maybe that's why. I like the answer. I do like the answer. Finances, two very good answers. But can they match with our panelists here? That's how we're going to get some points on the board. And I saw some reactions here. Even Sari said, oh, man. So let's actually head on over to her and see what she has for something you shouldn't talk about on the first date. What did you put for us?
Funny enough, I'm gonna have to like agree with Andrew. Anything about your ex, like that's such a red flag for me. Like, for me, it sounds like, okay, are you going into this date as I'm a rebound because you're constantly talking nothing about your ex, or like is there some unresolved issues going on? Because like, can we wait a little bit later into the relationship to talk about your ex and how traumatizing it was? Because that'd be cool. Not on the first date though.
Yeah, it's like a job. It's like a job interview, and you're like, "Here's why I got fired from my last job." Like, come on.
Yeah,
That's not-
exactly.
All right there. Well, that is in fact a point there on the board. Don't talk about your ex past relationships. There we go. Andrew's in it to win it here. And off the bat, I feel like maybe we found your forte. Maybe you found it before us. I'm loving this. Let's see, though, if we have some more matches here, or is DDS going to increase that lead? We're going to head over to Callie. What did you put? You should never talk about blank on the first date. What you got for us?
Honestly, in my heart, I feel like the answer would be nothing. That's not what I put. I put a generic answer. But come on, we're in 2025. I have already Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn looked you up. There's nothing you can't talk about that I don't already know. But for the sake of the show, I put politics because that's what I thought people would say.
Ooh.
Solid answer. Very solid answer. I see everyone kind of nodding, being like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd talk about it. Really getting into it. Though I'm not gonna lie, you don't say it on the first date. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to fall into something and I regret it later. So I don't know, maybe we should in this climate get that politics out the way. I don't know. It might be just me.
I'm with you on that, BK. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that because I'm like, why would you like imagine you're on the first date and you let's just say I'm just gonna make up a name here. Let's just say you're a drunk supporter and and you don't want to be with that person, or you do want to be with that person. Shouldn't you know right then and
you want to know out the gate?
Yeah,
exactly. I see. But unfortunately, you put finances, DDS, so you ain't gonna convince me that somehow politics and finances are the same thing.
First of all,
no points on the board for that one, though. Okay, but I like where your heads are. Let's not talk about those hard-hitting questions first date. Let's keep it light, keep it fun, and get to know each other, but maybe not that deep or personal. Yeah, we haven't vibe checked, so. All right. No points on that one, but I still have two more panelists to get to, so let's see what they've got for us. All right, let's head on over to Raquel. What do you have for us? Something you should never talk about on the first date. What did you put for this?
Okay, personally, the weirdest question was like, hey, do you want kids? How many kids do you want? Do you want to have kids? I think that was probably the weirdest, but I just wanted to throw a bone out to my guys out here, and I said, your ex.
Oh, is that another point on the board for Andrew there? Locking in that sync there. No exes, no past relationships, first date. I'm loving this. How you feeling, Andrew? That's two out of 4. Not bad on one question.
Oh. I can taste victory. Oh, it's so sweet. So sweet.
Still far away. Still far away. Hold on now. Hold on. Still far away. Let's slow it down. Slow it down.
Slow down, because you right too. We still have one more panelist for this one. So Purple, talk to me. I've been seeing your face. You've been holding it back. What you got for this one? You should never talk about this on the first date. What do you have for us?
I've definitely been on some interesting first dates, and I had a lot of material for this one. Okay, I did. But I will agree with Andrew. The exes is a no-go for me. I feel like if you're talking about your ex on your first date, you're either not over them or still with them, low-key. That's just me personally. I'm just saying, if you're talking that much, you might be after this date. You might be at the house. That's just what I'm thinking, So to me, that's a red flag. So yeah.
Well,
Exes
that's another point on the board for that red flag. And Andrew is, I'm sorry, checks board. tying this game up almost.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
yo.
You know?
3-1 question, putting DDS to shame in here. I told you the game is gaming. It ain't over yet, y'all. So we've got
I'm
the
not
competition back.
shamed.
We're
I'm
in
not shamed.
action. We still got a hot seat question, y'all. Let's get in that last hot seat question here for all these points that we are going to bank, all right? They won't be touched, okay? What zodiac sign deserves its bad rep?
I don't like this question already
Why not?
because I feel like I know what the answer is going to be for most people, and I don't agree with it. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see.
All right, we'll figure out how to play this game here. Remember, we want to sync
know.
and lock in with our panelists. So if you don't have a passion behind one, maybe the strat is to try to think about what our panelist is going to pick. Or vice versa, panelists, you trying to get in there. You want to be that partner in the rapid fire. Maybe you tune your answer to what you think they might say, all right? So there are a couple of zodiacs with some bad reps. I saw some eyebrows go, "Ooh," and you tried to hide it. I seen y'all. I'm ready for story time. I'm excited here. Kelly said, hold on. Let me make sure I'm right here. Let me make sure I wrote the right one because there's a lot of them too, all right? So when we get those answers in here and it sounded like we locked in, oh, I can't wait to see this one. So we're going to see what both of our contestants put for a zodiac sign that deserves its bad rep. Let's see those answers. Okay. Okay. So we have DDS with Gemini and Andrew with Scorpio. All right, I'm gonna try so hard not to be offended as being a Scorpio. I'm gonna just let this one live.
Wow,
I'm your
Andrew.
friend. It's fine. I can't even get into these because I will get heated. So Gemini, Scorpio are the zodiac signs that deserve their bad rep. I am so curious to see what our panelists have to say. So we're gonna speed run this, heading over to Siri. What do you have for us for a zodiac sign that deserves its bad rep? Let's see if we can get a match here.
How are y'all reading my brain? I was thinking Gemini and Scorpio, but I was like, nah, Gemini is the worst or evil here because I feel like every Gemini I've ever met has been severely two-faced, and I just don't understand why. They could be the sweetest person possible, and then they're not.
I feel offended because I am a Gemini.
I'm so sorry.
That's why I put it, because I knew you hated the greatest sign of all time. Gemini is where it's at. I knew it. See, BK, did I not say I don't like this question? Because
It's okay. It's not your fault. Your guys' horoscope is split by like 2 people, so you know it's not y'all fault. I blame the horoscope.
See, DDS though playing the game said, listen, I might not be behind this, but I know someone going to put it. So that is in fact, unfortunately, a point on the board for DDS. Okay.
I don't know if I like this point.
I'm sorry.
I said, can I give the point back? I don't want it. Don't say that. Our game master might hold you to it. So we got a point there. Gemini,
I like
Gemini.
the point. I like the point. I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it too here, but I want to see if our other panelists love it. Let's see what Callie has for us for a zodiac sign that deserves its bad rep. What do you have for us?
I love how Dee Dee's like, I want to win, but at what cost?
Yeah.
With the tears. But I actually don't know zodiac signs, so I chose Cancer because Cancer is bad.
I love the nominative determinism. Yeah.
Anyone want to disagree that Cancer is the worst thing ever, or
I mean,
speak
it
out?
is.
It's literally in the name.
First of all, you're not going to put us on a hot seat like that. You're not going to flip this and give me
I'm just
counsel.
allergic to shellfish. That's no.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm being told I can't get into it, so we'll just let the edit of this blame you or support you for not knowing what cancer means. But that's a fact. We are boo, real cancer, the medical cancer sucks, booty cheeks. And so I want to give you maybe an honorary ups for that, but it's not a match, and I don't know if that's a valid enough reason for it. I wanted to see a little bit more, but I understand zodiacs are a lot, and some people don't even believe in that. So no point for that match. I love how you said it, though. That might be my favorite quote from season 2. I'm not gonna hold you.
but unfortunately, no points on the board here. And I see, Andrew, you're looking pensive. Like, I feel like I gotta know. Like, Gemini made sense. We've heard an explanation, but like, Scorpio, what is wrong with Scorpio? What did a Scorpio do to you?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I also don't know very much about zodiac signs. I sort of missed that class. I kind of, as an elder millennial, sort of slotted right between that area of interest, and so I did the only honorable thing, which is to pick one at random, and that is why I.
Okay.
And that is why Scorpio is catching strays right now. I just went, what's one I can think of? And that is exactly.
Yes, I understand. Usually the ones you can remember might be problematic. Okay, fine. I had to know. It was bugging me. I said, I can't get to the rest of the panelists till I know. I was like, I can't get through this question. I have to know.
Nice
And
save.
now I know that I'm just a random number drawn. It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. Cool.
It's fine.
Wasn't charged. I'm good. Let's head over to Raquel, though, and see if they've got an answer for us. Maybe a match, all right? So, Raquel, what do you have for us? A zodiac sign that deserves this bad rep.
A short anecdotal experience. I dated a twin, one out of the twins, and they happened to be a Gemini. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm safe. We're good. Turns out I was not, and they still were two-faced. So therefore, I chose Gemini.
Oh,
I'm happy for the point, but dang it, man.
I know. I think everyone's pouring one out for you on that experience because I couldn't. I'm sorry, couldn't be me.
Yeah, this victory is going to turn into ash in your mouth.
I'm happy for your self-awareness, though. Like, let's give that a round of applause. Incredible.
Right?
Incredible.
Well, self-awareness?
You're the one who cooked yourself, bro. You cooked yourself.
First of all, I didn't agree with the answer because I am a Gemini. I have been nothing but kind to people. I have had some bad. That's not the point. Look, the point is Geminis are one of the greatest signs of all time. It's just that y'all don't know how to treat a Gemini. Y'all don't know how to accept a Gemini. That's what it is. That's
a Gemini
my
to
theory.
see. It's not them. It's us. It's
It is.
us. We have to.
Okay. Didn't someone also talk about being single for like 2 decades earlier? Wait, I'm starting to sense a pattern here. I'm putting together a real picture here. We're starting to see things come together. Things are coming into sharp focus now.
I didn't say it.
Andrew, we were going to be cool after the show, but now I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a little stab in the gut right there. It's cool. It's cool. I'm winning. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no.
You are, in fact, are winning with an additional point there for those 2 Gemini matches on our Zodiac question there. Getting your total up there to, oh my gosh, is this 6? Lord of mercy, I need my glasses. But we still have, of course, our last panelist here. Maybe a match can sneak in. Maybe a new hot take. Herb, what do you have for us for a zodiac sign that deserves its bad rep? What did you pick?
Yeah, so I was toying a lot with this one as well because I definitely am about zodiacs. I have a lot of Gemini friends, so I did not pick Gemini. I actually love my Geminis. But I was going back and forth because I'm a Sagittarius and we definitely get a bad rep. But I didn't put my own sign. I put Cancer because Cancers are way too emotional, okay? I'll just say in the past, I've dealt with a lot of Cancers who are very sensitive, very emotional. It's too much for me. So that's why. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
Okay, so no points on the board, but now we got an actual zodiac example as to why we have more context. And somehow, Callie, you stumbled on an actual thread. 10 out of 10.
Good answer.
Right.
Good answer.
I didn't know Cancers was in the pool. It's fine. It's okay, but no points there for that match. I'm just upset nobody said Leo. And I'll leave it at that.
Almost did.
I said what I said.
Almost did.
See, I have a lot of Leo friends as well. I'm dating a Leo, so like I feel like I can't say much about Leos, but Leos like to be the center of attention most times. So like sometimes people don't like that really. So it depends. Depends on the Leos. It depends, So it's I love my fire signs though. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I love y'all. So love the fire signs.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
goodness, I think I need a
Capricorns are
class
just
on
sitting here.
Zodiac with Perp. Hold on, I'm about to hit you up after stream. Talk about it. All right. We love to see it. But no points there for that Cancer match there. But our panelists are having fun thinking and seek, as well as our contestants with TDS getting 2 points for that last hot seat question, y'all. You know what time it is now. It is, in fact, time for that rapid fire segment, y'all. Let's get into it. All right. That's right. Here it is. It's time for the rapid fire segment here. This is our final segment here on Same Brain. All those points you banked in during the hot seat are good. They're locked in. They're not being touched. Nothing. But what is going to happen here is going to be a chance to pair up with one of our panelists to go into our rapid fire segment to see how many matches they can get within the allotted time. All right. Now, while our contestants take in the chance and opportunity to lock in who they want to pick out of our panelists on their devices, of course, we have DDS going first there because they are in the lead. So keep that in mind as we are picking these pairs. When we pick them, these 2 pairs will go into a series of this or that questions. It's going to be quick. You want to try to pick who you're going to think in sync with here. And that is going to be the fun part. Now, don't think long and too hard, because I want to know, DDS, as soon as you got it locked in, I'm going to need you to talk it through us. We need you to lock it in on the game, get it together, okay, and put it in on your device so that we can make sure that everybody, accessibility-wise, can see it on the screen, all right? You feel me? All right there. So as you take that moment to lock it in, I am excited to see everybody's faces because panelists, this is where you all are going to truly shine here. It could be anybody. Matches were across the board for both of our contestants. So I'm not sure who they're going to pick. I love that the glasses are on Siri as well. Oh, you are locked in.
I am locked in.
Oh
Glasses
my God,
are ready.
So cute. This is it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Okay. You have to put it back in. It's not showing anything. All right.
Yeah,
So we're
it's-
gonna have a quick little
yeah.
technical issue here as we fix this here. DDS broke the system by trying to pick every panelist at once. No, I'm kidding. But we will get that in because we want to make sure that it is in secret. The point of having them do it first, right, is so that we can see who is not in the pool there for Andrew, because Andrew is going to have it tougher, right? Once CDS picks somebody, Andrew's got to decide who is left to match with here and who has been thinking in sync with them out of the remaining panelists. Now, DDS could pick something that is obvious, someone they've matched with a couple times, or we've seen it before on Same Brain. They could le sabotage. They have le sabotaged before and picked the other contestants' most likely partners. So this is a little bit of strategy here, and this is where you want to kind of come in at the beginning in the hot seat and get that advantage there going into the segment. But so many panelist options. Like I said, this is the game I haven't been able to predict who is going with who. I'm genuinely surprised. So I'm excited to see who is going on. Now, I know that this is going to be just a minute here as we just get the side on the back end set up and make sure that we lock in those answers here. So as we have that quick reset there and have our cast there take a look at their devices one more time, we can speed run into the rapid fire segment. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us because this rapid fire is going to truly make the game. Like, this is going to be make or break, because I didn't even get to tell y'all the big secret of the segment. Of course, we had to have a twist. Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, you also get to wager on this section. Oh yeah, we're gonna have y'all wager whether or not you think you're going to do better than the other, whether or not you think you're going to win the rapid fire segment. You'll have a chance and an opportunity to wager all, half, or none. High risk, high reward. But like I said earlier, those hot seat points, they're locked in. They will not be touched. You're not wagering those. You're going to be wagering the points you could be earning in this upcoming segment here. So this is truly, we've seen comebacks, we've seen failures, big fumbles. Like, it is always a coin toss here at this last part. So I know, right? Not me blabbing too much here. As my new term, I'm going to add that to my list of words. But as we get that going on and we're running through, popping in those answers, our producer is getting us to that next question there, and we'll be able to lock in that. And I feel like this is actually kind of my favorite part, because we do get a little bit of extra time to really think about who we're going to have, especially when we have such a game where the matches were across across the board. All right. Like sometimes it's very certain. You're like, oh, we know they're taking here. I'm even seeing some predictions going on in chat, and some polls have been happening throughout the stream. So chat is getting in on it, and they've had their takes on y'all throughout this stream. I feel bad. I wanted to show you, but I'm like, don't cheat. Don't get ideas. Don't get ideas. But I think we're getting super close there as we get to the end of this segment. I need y'all to just quickly just type in some random answers so we can push through. The game is just not recognizing the next question there. So if we can speed run that, and it'll put us into our next segment. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us and bearing with us here. And again, shout outs to our Patreon subscribers. Again, y'all are even making this game even exist or be possible. We didn't even have this before, y'all. We didn't have graphics. We ain't got no VMix. Y'all made it possible here. And honestly, your contribution to the bonus point segment is one of our favorite additions. It really adds such great controversy and debate. And the only way to get in on those polls is to be a member and be a subscriber there. So if you're not in it, hop in and support us. And if you are, get ready, because tons of off-season content coming your way. But it looks like we are super close there to getting that rapid fire back up and running here. DDS, this time for real, put your answer in on your device and select your partner. Though I think we all know who you're going with now that you've outed us in the back end.
That was not supposed to happen. Okay,
It wasn't supposed to happen. It
like
happened.
internet likes to, because my internet like literally lagged out right when Perp was giving the answer, but it came back, so I was like, oh yeah, we're good, I ain't gotta say nothing. And then that happened. I'm like, oh, I should have said something. Okay,
All right. Well, you should have said something. Well, you could say something now. Let's say for real. Let's see. Talk us through as we look at our panelists here. We have 4 amazing panelists between Sayuri, Callie, Raquel, and Purple. Who are you picking to bring into the rapid fire segment with you?
so this was actually a lot tougher than it looked in the back end where I spoiled my answer, but I was really close to being petty and taking who I think Andrew was going to pick. But I said I wanted to pick the person that I matched with the most. And if I'm not mistaken, I matched with this person the most. Despite me matching with every panelist, I had to go with Yuri on this one because I feel like we're thinking in sync. And I think Andrew is going to pick who I think he's going to pick, which I'm not going to like him for. But you know what? It's going to make for a great competitive game. So I went with Yuri.
Okay, Yuri. How are you feeling? Did you think you were going to get picked? That's a big up, all right?
Nani desu ka?
I mean, I would be shook. You got that first match right out the gate there with DDS, no hesitation. So I think those glasses might have done you some service.
I think so.
Yeah, they did. But
Yes.
now our first pair, DDS and Yuri, going into the rapid fire segment together, which means still have to see who Andrew picks. So Andrew, talk us through as we take a look at our beautiful array of who is left. Who are you bringing into the rapid fire segment?
Listen, I mean, call me predictable if you want, and I telegraphed it much earlier in the game. I have to go with Callie. I feel like we were in sync for a couple of numbers. Not only that, but with like the relationship question, we were like really on the same page. Also, I'm sorry, on the zodiac question, we know exactly the same amount about the zodiac signs. So I feel like our lack of knowledge also matches up as well as our knowledge. So I feel like, in the same way we are simpatico, we're also the same in our differences. And I think that will work to our advantage.
Okay, so our second pair, Andrew and Callie, going in to the rapid fire segment together. All right, I love seeing this. Some people predicted, some others a little curious. There were matches across the board, but I think y'all have landed on some good pairs. Now that doesn't mean we're down and out on our 2 panelists. So Raquel, Purple, I'm gonna have to hear from y'all in between. In the meantime, all right? I want to know, you think you would have been better? Do you think, oh, thank God you didn't get picked in there. Keep that in mind as we get into that segment, because we are going to want to hear from you. That's my favorite part of the game, is here in the peanut gallery, all right? Because I don't know. I'm not playing though. So we'll hold on to you. Keep your in mind. We'll head back to you. But that is going to be it as we have those selections. I'm going to remind y'all just again, we are wagering in the rapid fire segment. So if you have not done it already on your devices, it will prompt you to do that. They are wagering all, half, or none. They will not reveal this just now. They're locking it in on their devices. And once they do, we will find out after we see how well or how bad they do in that rapid fire segment there. So We'll have those hit that there, and I think we can get it popping. All right? Wagers are in. Oof, I like to see the no hesitation, okay? Now, normally I chit and chat and do all these things, but I think we have been here long enough. I think we can get right into our first pair, all right? So we're going to go over to DDS and Yuri to do the first rapid fire segment, all right? We'll see y'all in a bit. Callie and Andrew, hang tight, all right?
All right. So can I give it some motivation to Yuri before we start?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Okay,
Let's see that.
Yuri, we have matched. We have matched a lot today. Okay, all you have to do is just don't even think. Just click the answer that first pops up. Don't even let the question finish being asked for the people that are watching at home. Just click the answer. We got this. We have to beat Andrew because Andrew is over there braggadocious right now because he's almost back in the lead, but he's not quite in the lead. But we have to beat him and Callie. Plus, I can also brag that I beat a Callie in the game because my wife's name is Callie. So I want to have that moment later tonight when I can brag about that. But you got this, Yuri. I believe in you. You can do this. We're going to win.
Okay, I didn't know marital debates were on the line for this episode of Same Brain, but I am so here for it. With that encouragement done, it looks like the glasses are on for Sayuri. DDS has said the hype. I think that is all we have time to say. I'm not going to lie. So without further ado, as soon as I say run that timer, you have 30 seconds. Get as many matches as possible, all right? This is what you've got to do. Are we all ready? We good to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, run that timer. Good luck. Edward or Jacob? Vacation or staycation? Tea or coffee? Cha-cha slide or Cotton Eye Joe? Karaoke or spoken word? Summer or winter? Vegeta or Goku? Romance or action? Vintage or modern?
Oh, okay.
5
Okay.
matches.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew,
Solid.
okay.
That is a solid amount of matches. 5 matches. Talk to me. You seem shooketh. What happened there? Are you okay? It's good. You did good.
Yes, I was like, I wonder which ones would be the right ones. And I just kind of did what he said and just kind of clicked the first one that came to mind.
I mean, DDS, do you regret giving that advice? But I feel like y'all were pretty back and forth there. It's hard to lock in very hard this or that questions. We didn't go easy on you.
You know, I am A-okay with that because what happens is I've seen this happen so many times that people, they hesitate and it just doesn't work out. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to click. And I actually clicked the answer. I was like, that's not what I meant to pick. But I was like, you know what, it's cool. We're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going, get as many as possible. So I'm okay with whatever happened because I don't even know where we disagreed or agreed that I was like so locked in.
Yeah.
I was like locked in.
Yeah.
That screen.
Yeah.
I'm still locked in. I'm looking.
No time to think at all, but I love it. Again, I do have to say, I'm going to call out Purple on this one. I saw you do a little eyebrow micro expressions here on those matches. How do you think you would have fared? You think DDS picked right here? I don't know. I felt like you had some similar answers.
I had a feeling it was between me and Yuri. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I did match with DDS a few times. So, hats off to Yuri, because I think with the questions, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I probably would have answered similar. I did not know, I think Goku, I think I would have picked Goku because I did not recognize, is how you say it, Vegeta? I don't know how you say it. I'm not an anime person, okay? So I didn't recognize that. So for everyone who's listening, sorry. But, I think I would have picked Goku, but everything else, I feel like I was gonna match. I'll just be honest. That's it.
Okay.
Goku's overrated, but okay. Goku's overrated, but okay.
It's only because that's the only one I recognize, all right? So that's all. Yeah.
That's fair. But what about you, Raquel? I see we've talked a little bit about how DDS do. After you see how rapid fire works, do you feel like you would have been a better pair for that? Or do you still thinking maybe you and Andrew could have stood a chance here? You still yet to go, but now do you see how it played? I need to know your thoughts here on this. Give it to me.
I felt like there were some easy W's there that could have been matched,
Absolutely.
But I'm not here to judge. I'm here to spectate.
Ooh, okay.
Damn.
Lock in, guys. Lock in.
Oh, those good wishes here. and
yeah.
A little shade on DDS, just a little bit, but
It's
I
cool.
see what you mean. That
It's cool.
hesitation could cost you here. It's not a lot of time, but I think we've heard a little bit from our panelists here. A little tease built. All right. Now we're gonna head on over to our second
Good point.
pair to DDS. Hang tight, Andrew, Callie. We're gonna bring you all over to the
All right.
rapid fire segment. All right, buckle up. Like we said, once I say run that timer, 30 seconds to get as many matches as possible, okay? I will give you the
Okay.
same courtesy I give DDS. Any final words between the partners, anything you want to say to get y'all locking in to share that same brain cell, I'll give you a quick few seconds there. Go for it.
Awesome.
Quick,
Andrew,
run
you
that
ready
timer,
for
we're
you ready
in it.
for our pep talk, Andrew?
Let's go. Listen.
Okay.
Every question is a catch and shoot 3, inbound pass, 1 second on the clock. You don't think, you grab and you go. This isn't about even having the right answer. This is about having the first answer. We are just going, the first thing that pops in your head is the answer that you go with. We're just trying to lock in and get on the same wavelength. That's all this is about. And I know we can do it.
Listen, Callie said she don't even need words. That's how insatiate she said, mind melding Professor X in there. I see y'all. All right. Well, with hype exchanged and synergy exchanged, we are going to get into that rapid fire segment. Okay. We're going to run that timer. Good luck, y'all. Anime or cartoon? Beyonce or Taylor Swift? Mountains or beach? Physical touch or quality time? High School Musical or The Cheetah Girl? PETA or Gale? Xbox or Nintendo? Remote or office work? Crocs or UGG? Public or private? Sweet or savory? Memes or... I'm speechless.
Yes!
I'm speechless. Holy mother of God. 8 matches. I've never seen fingers move so fast in my life.
That's right.
Holy moly. I think the pep talk worked. I think I saw some fine tuning there. When I tell you 8 matches is on the higher end of even possible matches that we get. Production is so excited to see how this math breaks down as we get into the score reveal. I can't even I'm shaking. I don't even want to hype. I want to know who wins. This is what I'm talking about. Rapid fire segment is really going to make it, right? Because we wagered. So we're going to have to see what the wagers were. What are the results? Is it all, half, or none? And see that point breakdown here. So let's get it popping, all right? Here we go. Oh my gosh. DDS wagered all. Andrew wagered all or nothing. Both contestants. Andrew wins 8 extra points for a total of 16 this round. DDS getting no extra point. It is wild. I cannot believe what is happening. Is this, in fact, the comeback of a century? Andrew is, in fact, the winner of this episode of Same Brain. Oh my God, Andrew, I got to give it to you. Talk to me here. The comeback of a century. How you feeling?
They said it couldn't be done. The haters, the doubters, they were waiting in the wings, running their mouths. They didn't know what they were talking about because Callie and I locked in so ferociously on a subatomic level that we managed to come from behind and just clinch a W at the last second. I couldn't be more happy. I'm so proud.
Listen, Callie, you were in it to win it. It takes a lot to come in when it matters the most, and no words were needed for you and Andrew to think in sync and get Andrew back from nothing, from a disadvantage in the hot seat to winning the episode. DDS, I gotta give it though. There ain't no game without a competition here, and you brought your A game all the way from beginning to end. But I know you feeling kind of bad here at that end to lose at that. Wild here. It is the rapid fire segment. Isn't it? Make or break. Am I wrong? It's harder when you're in the hot. When you're in the hot.
You know, I have seen this over and over and over again on Same Brain since I have been watching Same Brain back when it was on a production we won't name. Back when it was on that, I have seen this over and over. I have seen people. They have such an insurmountable. Did I not?
You did. You did. Oh my God. The heatedness was so upset. I love that. Done lagged out. Homie got so upset, done lagged out the game. I cannot believe it. I've never seen a rage quit in real time on Same Brain. Said, I'm going to pull out the Ethernet cord and send it home. There we go. Let me see if we have DDS back there. You back. You put your Ethernet cord back in. We
You
have
know
you.
what? My internet crashed out because I lost, but it's okay. But, that was crazy. But I'm you know what? At the end of the day, I commend Andrew. I knew he was going to pick Callie, and I started to take Callie from him
Oh my
just
goodness.
to mess with him.
It is
But
getting
I
so
said, you know
upsetting. I
what?
can't believe it. We lost a little bit on that audio, that rage going too hard. I've never seen such calm and silent rage before in my life. I'm just kidding. DDS, you are a great sport here and truly a fan of the show. So to be able to go from community supporter to being on the show, the possibilities are endless. But of course, we are going to have to give big ups to our winner for this episode. That is right, Andrew in the building. Much love to them. But of course, we're going to have to give much love to our entire cast. None of this would be a show without all of y'all. So please, much love to DDS and Andrew for being fantastic contestants and giving Same Brain a game of the century. I'm going to remember this literally for years. I cannot believe this is how it panned out. Phenomenal answers from our panelists as well. So Yuri literally coming in clutch, hitting answers off the bat, right off top. Callie coming in there with the hot takes. Of course, Raquel coming in with some genuinely good deep cuts. And we cannot forget Perp in this building, who could have been a better match. DDS will never know. Maybe all-stars. But our panelists are making this game phenomenal. And this cast was impeccable. And of course, I have to give much love to y'all for making this even possible. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, chat, and all of our Patreon supporters for fueling us and keeping Same Brain going. We've got to give love to our unsung heroes, our moderators, our crew, our game master and switcher, the people behind the scenes making the magic. You're rolling with those punches and tech issues because we want to bring you the best possible broadcast we can. Same Brain is a show we love. We love having fun, playing games, being nerds, and standing 10 toes deep on our maybe wrong opinions. I'm not going to forget that, Chris Breezy, will you? But I think that's going to be it for us here on episode Same Brain. I'm Black Crystal, and this was Same Brain. We'll see you next time.